Sowat 21 klein besighede wat betrokke is by die Aspis-projek in Postmasburg het vandag drastiese stappe geneem deur die hekke van die gemeenskapsaal in Post 10 te sluit. 2 hekke is met slotte verseël in protes teen beweerde onbetaalde werk. Volgens die betrokke sake-eienaars is hul besighede nog nie vir die maand Februarie betaal nie. As gevolg hiervan kon verskeie van hulle ook nie hul werkers se salarisse uitbetaal nie, wat verdere finansiële druk op plaaslike gesinne plaas. Die groep beweer verder dat die Saaihoek Gemeenskapstrust tydens die bekendstelling van die projek beloof het dat plaaslike klein besighede nie net werkgeleenthede sou kry nie, maar ook deur die projek ontwikkel en bemagtig sou word. Tot op hede, sê hulle, wag baie steeds op die sogenaamde ontwikkelingsvoordele. Horizon Media was in besit geplaas van 'n dokument waarin hierdie beloftes gemaak is. Die 21 sake-eienaars het aangedui dat hulle môreoggend boumateriaal wat tans in die gemeenskapsaal gestoor word, na buite in die straat sal verwyder indien daar geen dringende reaksie of oplossing kom nie.
KPA Civils responded and apologized for the delay in payments. The matter is attended to.
Hierdie nuus was moontlik gemaak deur Rimats in Postmasburg.
Steeds in Postmasburg. 'n Besonderse en emosionele oomblik het vandag in 'n plaaslike gemeente afgespeel toe 'n egpaar voor die gemeente gesalf is vir evangelisasiewerk. Wenzel de Bruin en sy eggenote, bekende gesigte in die Post 10 gemeenskap, is amptelik afgesonder en toegerus vir hul roeping in die bediening. Die geleentheid, gelei deur pastoor Hoorn van die Christen Gemeentekerk, was 'n viering van geloof, deursettingsvermoë en dankbaarheid. De Bruin se getuienis het die gemeenskap die afgelope 2 jaar diep geraak. In 2024 is hy met ernstige nierversaking gediagnoseer en was hy in die intensiewe sorgeenheid opgeneem. Volgens sy getuienis is hy later huis toe gestuur nadat daar medies min hoop oor was. Wat gevolg het, beskryf hy en sy familie as 'n goddelike ingryping. Na volgehoue gebed en ondersteuning uit die geloofsgemeenskap het sy gesondheid dramaties herstel. Vandag getuig hy van 'n wonderbaarlike genesing. Met sy bekende bonatuurlike sangtalent en 'n groeiende passie vir evangelisasie, is hy nou amptelik as evangelis Wenzel de Bruin bevestig. Die salwingsgeleentheid was nie net 'n persoonlike mylpaal vir die egpaar nie, maar ook 'n betekenisvolle oomblik vir die gemeente wat hul pad van leiding tot roeping van naby aanskou het. Vir baie teenwoordiges was dit 'n herinnering dat hoop, selfs in die donkerste tye, steeds kan opstaan. Evangelis de Bruin en sy eggenote Verity word hartlik ontvang deur die breër gemeenskap as evangelis Wenzel de Bruin. Hierdie gemeenskapsnuus was moontlik gemaak deur Blue Ink Enterprises in Postmasburg.
The determination of the South African Police Service in the Northern Cape was apparent during the execution of Operation Shanela 2 across all 5 districts in the province, resulting in the arrest of 977 offenders. Executed from Monday the 23rd of February to Sunday the 1st of March, the operation comprised of ongoing intelligence-led actions focused on combating crime in identified hotspots and intensifying safety within communities. The coordinated actions were led by Deputy Provincial Commissioners, District Commissioners, Provincial Heads, and senior officers in collaboration with various law enforcement agencies. Throughout the operation, multiple premises were searched. This included the search of over 25,000 individuals and over 11,000 vehicles. Operational interventions included stop and search actions, high visibility patrols, vehicle checkpoints, and roadblocks. Numerous individuals were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol and for being drunk in public. Additionally, multidisciplinary teams participated in interprovincial cross-border operations coordinated by the Free State Province. These actions resulted in the combating of crimes across the provincial borders in the province. Detectives conducted tracing operations leading to the arrest of wanted suspects who had been evading law enforcement for various offences. Compliance inspections were carried out at liquor outlets, second-hand goods dealers, scrapyards, recycling facilities, firearm dealers, informal business, mines and farms to ensure compliance with relevant legislation. As a result, 24 unlicensed liquor outlets were shut down for non-compliance violations. In total, 977 suspects were arrested for offences including drug-related crimes, illegal liquor trading, robbery, murder, attempted murder, rape, assault with the intent to cause grievous bodily harm, and burglary. Large quantities of alcohol and drugs were confiscated during the operations. Authorities also seized copper cables, dangerous weapons, fireworks, and cash believed to be the proceeds of criminal activities. Police, together with community police instructors and government departments, continue to conduct awareness campaigns addressing gender-based violence, contact crimes, drug and alcohol abuse, crime efforts to ensure the safety of the youth and other emerging crime trends. The Provincial Commissioner of the SAPS in the Northern Cape, Lieutenant General Khuliso Otola, along with her management team, welcomed the successful outcomes and commended the collaborative efforts with other departments to protecting communities and ensuring safety and security throughout the province. The public is encouraged to share valuable information that can assist with the arrest of perpetrators and ensure safer communities. Information can be reported via the MySAPS app or Crime Stop number at 08600 10111.
This news was funded by Cock Media in Kimberley. To show your support for independent community journalism, you can now access our publications from our Gumroad online store. Send an email to editor.horizonmedia@gmail.com to request the link.